So hello everyone, good morning to you all. So hope you all are doing good. So as said, today we'll be covering this TallyPrime release 3.0 and what are the new features we have in this. So we'll be covering that, and the features which we discussed today is mainly on 3.0 and it's new in TallyPrime. So even in 2.1 we were having the features, but what are the enhancement and what are the betterment? So we'll be discussing on that. So we'll start the session. Hope my slide is visible to all. So fine, we'll start. And today's agenda will be like, so the first topic which we'll be covering today is voucher numbering. So voucher numbering, even today we have the voucher numbers. We can manage the voucher numbers. We can do changes. We have the option of voucher numbers, but there were some issues which users were facing, like if they do some changes in the vouchers, or if they do any changes in the dates, so the voucher numbers were getting shuffled. And even the vouchers, if we do some modifications or a deletion addition, the numbers were getting shuffled. So that thing we have fixed, and there are two more enhancement which we have done respective to voucher numbering, so that will be covering. And the second thing we'll cover is new simplified and powerful reports. So the report filters we were having, but we were having it as a filter and a range. So this is even more powerful now in TallyPrime 3.0, and we'll look how this helps and how it helps us to give a better output. And the last feature we are going to discuss is the flexibility to detect errors while doing data import or synchronization, or doing migration, or repairing your data. Repairing is nothing but rewriting your data. So we'll be covering these three topics today. So we'll shall move forward. First feature is the voucher numbering. That is what enhancement we have done in the voucher numbering and how it can help you to handle your business exceptions. So we have the first case here, like the case which we were having till now, like when we insert or delete any voucher in between, so the voucher numbers were getting impacted and all the voucher numbers were getting shuffled. So even you might have experienced it, like if you have passed some set of vouchers, and when you are inserting any voucher in between, or if you are adding any voucher in between, the voucher numbers were getting shuffled. Even the same was happening for deletion. Whenever you delete a voucher, the voucher number was getting shuffled. So it is in the case of automatic voucher numbering. And what we were supposed to do is we were just looking which voucher we have deleted. Again, there was a problem to find with the backup everything. So in this release we have fixed it. So we shall move to the product and we'll see how it impacts actually. So I am just switching to the product. So I can show you as an example here. So these are some of the vouchers I have, and you can see there are some voucher types. So I'll take a specific voucher. So we can take the example of payment itself. So I have payment vouchers from starting from 1434 to 1447 here. So before 3.0, in earlier releases, what was happening, like if I delete this voucher, for example, if I delete this voucher 1440, the 1441 voucher was coming to 1440. That means it was getting shuffled, it was coming above, and based on this changes, all the next voucher numbers were getting up to the last number. So this was the issue, and now we have fixed it. So how we have fixed it and what is the option we have given in the 3.0, I'll just show you. I'll just show you the impact first. So I'll try to delete this voucher 1440. So you can see the voucher number 1440 has been deleted, and the rest voucher numbers what all I have, it retains. Like it is not disturbing any other vouchers. It has been deleted, and the voucher numbers which we were having, that has been retained automatically. There is no changes in the voucher numbers. So for this, what we need to do is, there is an option in the voucher type. So I'll just show you. It will be available in all the vouchers, And also, if you migrate the data, automatically the option will be set to that. No need to worry like whether you have to do it for all the voucher types. So what the option, just I'll show you the option. So this is the additional option which we have given. Like method, I have set it as automatic, but number behavior, this option has been given newly now. And there is an option like retain original voucher number. So it will be selected automatically whenever you migrate data to 3.0. So from whichever release you migrate, once you migrate, this will be automated for only the vouchers where the voucher numbering method is automatic. And there is one more behavior also, renumber vouchers. The renumber vouchers behaves as same how it was behaving currently. So now this is the new option which we have given to retain the original voucher numbers. So if you create any new voucher type further, so make sure you are selecting this behavior to retain the original numbers. So this is regarding the voucher insert and delete. So even if you insert any voucher, for example, if I want to insert here, I'll just click Alt I to insert. See, I can insert it, but none of the voucher will be disturbed or it will be shuffled. So now no need to worry anything. The voucher numbering has been enhanced and it has been taken care. So the shuffling part will not be happening now. So this is the first enhancement which we have done in voucher relates to voucher numbering. Now we'll cover other case which we have in voucher numbers. That is if I delete any vouchers or if the voucher got accidentally deleted. So whether I can reuse that voucher number. Now as you saw, I deleted a voucher number that was 1440 in our case. So after 1439, there was a voucher number called 1440. It got deleted. Now I want to reuse it. But whenever I go to a new voucher, I don't get that number. 1440 I want here, but it is showing as 1448 because it is continuing to the last number. So if I want to reuse the voucher number, so there is an option to reuse it. So we have to go to more details. And once we go to more details, there is an option voucher number. And in voucher number, we have an option select unused voucher numbers. So once you click here, so you will be getting all the voucher numbers here for which you have deleted, and what all unused vouchers you have, you will be getting all the voucher numbers here that you have deleted. So I have deleted 1440, and the previous voucher number it was showing as 1439, and the date, even the date, it is mentioning as 19th April. So this voucher I have deleted, so it is showing as like this. So I can reuse it and I can pass the entries now. So this is the second case. Like this is not the case actually, this is the question when it comes like if we delete a voucher, how can we reuse it? So I hope it's clear to everyone. So how we can restore or reuse the voucher number which we have deleted? And there is a case like for manual override, like there is an one more additional this thing, voucher numbering. I'll just show you the voucher numbering. Many of them might have used this. So there is one more voucher numbering. I'll just show you. So method of voucher numbering, instead of automatic, if we select automatic on manual override, what will happen? Whenever you pass a voucher, it allows a user to manually override the number. Suppose I have passed 1 to 10, and if I am passing one more voucher, it comes to 11. Even I can override it if I require. See, for example, I'll just pass a voucher. I have some vouchers here. So cash sales, it is my voucher number, and I have passed two vouchers, and the number it is showing as 1 and 2. So I'll just switch to cash sales again. So it is showing as number 3. So here there was a problem, like if user has by mistakenly entered some wrong number. So now it is showing as 3. So by mistakenly what I have done, I have given some number like 360. By mistake I have given this and I have passed a voucher. So this was the user case actually, and there was a problem for this. The user was not able to solve this. So now I have passed this voucher. So now you can see here the voucher number is getting continued from 360, like 360 have passed, it is continuing to 361, but I'm not getting the voucher numbers from 2 3 because it is taking the last number which I have entered. Like one was my first voucher number and two was second, and next I have by mistakenly I have mentioned as 360, and now further whenever I go to a voucher it is taking from 361. So that was a problem. So what were users doing? They were passing this and by mistakenly, and they were used to delete this. Whether we can solve this, the user, if we delete this voucher, whether it will solve or not. So when we go to the voucher again, so automatically what it will do, it will take the next number whatever you have passed. Even if you delete, it will show the same number. So for this, there was no solution currently in the product. So now we have given a solution for this too. So there is an option for the voucher types. I'll just show you. So in the voucher type, there is an option in set alter additional numbering details. So if we enable here, there is an option in F12 alter last entered voucher numbers. So once we enable this, so here we can come to know like what was the last entered number, what was the last voucher number I entered. So take an example, my accountant has created an entry by giving a wrong number, and he came to know like the number was wrong and he deleted that. But he was not knowing what number he has passed, and as a owner even I too don't know what number he has entered last. So from here we can find out what was the number entered last, and from here we can take a call. So here what we can do is the last entered number is showing as 360, we can give here as 2 because I have passed the number till 2. So I can save this by giving number 2. So once I do this, whenever I go to the cash sales now, it automatically takes 3. So this problem was persisting even from ERP9. Even in ERP9, the users were unable to solve this. They were manually overriding it until the number comes. So this was the problem even in ERP9, even in TallyPrime. So now in TallyPrime 3.0, it has been solved. So this was the second case in voucher numbering. And there is a new enhancement related to voucher numbering. That is, so now if I want to maintain separate series for different voucher types, like I have created, I want two voucher types, that is cash sales and credit sales, and I want to maintain separate voucher number series for two voucher types. So right now what was the solution till 2.1 was, I was supposed to create new voucher types, and I was supposed to pass the vouchers in that respective vouchers. So now in TallyPrime 3.0, we have given a new enhancement where user can create sub new series, or he can create additional series, or he can create one or two or more series in a single voucher type. So no need of creating additional voucher types, so that it will create a confusion. So in a single voucher type, you can create multiple series. I'll just show you how to do that. I'll just go to voucher type alteration. I'll take the example of sales. So here I have an option in F12. So define multiple numbering series for vouchers. This I have to enable. So once I enable this, there is an option to define multiple numbering series. So I'll enable this. So this is by default. This is the default voucher numbering series what we have now. So if we want to create any series, we have to just click on create series, and we have to give a name. So now the series name which I have is default. Now I will create one more series called cash sales, and even I will keep it as automatic. I'll accept. Now default it is a sales, so I'll make it as credit sales, so that there will be no confusion. So now there are two series like cash sales and credit sales. So I don't need to create additional voucher types for cash sales or credit sales or any other specific sales. Like some people will be having some set of customers, and they will keep a separate voucher type of set of customers. Now no need to do any such changes or any such creations. So now you can just create a series and you can go with that. Now I'll show you how that works actually. So now whenever we go to sales, it will ask me which series you want to select, whether you want to go with cash sales or you want to go with credit sales. So if we select cash sales, the voucher number you can see automatically it starts from 1 because the series which I have created cash sales I have created just now. So it is taking from 1. If I go with credit sales, which was already there in my books, it is taking as 171 because I have the voucher still 170. So here you can maintain multiple series for a single voucher type. So this is the enhancement related to voucher numbering. So hope everyone is clear with voucher numbering. So if you have any questions, you please post it in the chat box so that we can take the questions later and we can address it. So that was related to voucher numbering. And our next topic is report filters. See, report filters we were even having in 2.1. We were filtering the data, we were doing like findings, everything. But the thing is, there we were having a condition like we have to give a query. We have to give a query to find something. Like whenever you go to daybook, if you want to find something, you have to write like voucher having this details with this containing, and you have to give the content. So it was a lengthy query, and if a new user enters into it, he was finding difficulty in searching those. So now in 3.0, it has been simplified and it is more powerful than what we were having in 2.1. And even in ERP9, to the same report filters we were having as how we have in 2.1. So in 3.0, we have enhanced it. I'll just show you how it works actually. So this is my daybook. So suppose now if I want to find anything from any voucher, like if you want to find narration, voucher number, party name, whatever, if you want to filter something, you can just click on Control F, that is apply filter, and you can give a content for what you are looking for. For example, I'll do one thing. I'll give a number that is amount 13,000. I'm checking for a voucher for which I have entered the amount as 13,000. So I'll just enter. So I'll be getting all the vouchers related to 13,000. So wherever I have used 13,000, so those vouchers will get filtered here. So even we can see why these vouchers are getting listed here, why this details have been applied. So now here it is showing as 400. So when we see the filter details, so we were looking for 300, and somewhere in narration there it has been mentioned as 13,000. So when we open this, so here it is mentioned as 13,000. So it is getting displayed. So it is not filtering any specific field. It is looking for all the fields, and wherever my value matches, it giving me the result. So I'll take an example of any name. So what I'll do randomly, I'll just go for any voucher. I'll take any voucher. I'll just type tally. For example, I'll just type tally. I have accepted. So my user has given some wrong narration and he has given tally by mistakenly. Now I want to find where in which voucher he has given. So there wasn't difficulty before. We were used to filter the narration. So now you can just click on filter and just you can look for tally. You just search it, you will get the result. See, I got the result, and when I open this, I can see there is an narration mentioned as tally. So this is the powerful report filters what we have in 3.0, and this I think this helps you and this saves lot of time for searching reports or for analyzing some data. So it saves lot of time and give you the results as you expect. So this is the basic filter which we have showed you. Like in apply filter, we have this is the basic filter, and whatever we enter here, it is not it is not for a specific field. It is for whole, like whatever the field wherever you have mentioned, it will show us the result. So now if you want to see for a particular field, like you have entered somewhere, like you have entered a voucher number and you know that is a voucher number, and you want to look for a voucher number itself, like specific field. If you want to filter for a specific field, so there is an option called, in F12 you have an option, or you can click on even multi filter, that is F6. So whenever you click on this, it gets expanded and it will ask you which field you are looking. So before it was not asking us any field name, any condition. Now there is an condition. So I'm searching for a voucher number, and I'm searching it is equal to 915. I'll just give. I'm searching for this voucher number where the voucher number equals to 915. I'll just accept. So see, I got the voucher number where I have mentioned as 915. Even there is an if there is an amount for 915, it will not look, because we are searching for a specific field. We are not searching for a whole value or all fields. We are just checking for specific field. So this is called multi filter, where we are checking for a specific field. So now I'll just show you one more filtering thing. So even that is more useful to everyone. So nowadays, if you want to check some transactions, like have passed some cash transactions, and I want to just filter the cash transactions whose value is more than 20,000. It may be differs in your businesses, but I'm taking an example of 20,000. So I'll just apply a filter. I'll go to advanced filter, and here I'll just take ledger name as cash wherever I have used cash, and ledger amount more than 20,000. In my case, I'm just taking 20,000. So this is the multiple filters which we can use. Like we can apply even for the name as well as the values. Now we can see the results. So whatever the amount, whatever the vouchers we are getting, all the vouchers are of cash, and for in all the vouchers that the amount is greater than 20,000. I think it helps a lot to everyone to find like the required data from here. And even if you want, so every time you can't go here, and every time you can't apply the filter to check this. So even you can save this, whatever the reports you filter, even you can save that for the next time reference. So whenever you go there for next time, in just a single click, you can get those reports. So we have an option here to click, that is save view. So I'll just save with cash more than 20. I can just mention any name and I can save it. So next time when I come here or when I go to daybook, I don't need to filter it again. I can just go to daybook, or I can just change the view and just click on this, and I can select cash more than 20k. And sorry, I have not given the period. See, I got the report. So whatever the reports you filter, or whatever the reports you have filtered in the any of the report, you can save it, and for future references or for your reference, you can refer it later. Like you can just save the view, not only in daybook or not only in any summary vouchers, like even you can do for stock summary. So for example, I went for stock summary. So this is my stock, and I want to filter. I'll take it as multi filter, and I want to filter the stock item name where it is containing as block, and the closing quantity is lesser than 10. I think that don't have that thing. So I have filtered it like wherever there is a block, and the closing quantity which has more than 10. So those items I have filtered here. So you can see all the negative stocks have been removed from here. And if I want to save this, I can just click on save view, and I can save it. So stock more than 20 units. You can just give any names and you can save it. This will be for your future reference. And whenever you go to stock summary, you can just click on change view and you can select your view stock more than 20. So this is the filters and this is the report save which we have in 3.0. So we were not having this in ERP9 or before, yeah, sorry, in before TallyPrime 3.0. So this we have in 3.0, and even you will be getting this in edit log 3.0 what we have. So any questions related to report filter, you can please post it in the chat box so that we can take it up later. So as I said, whatever the filters you do or whichever the report you filter, you can just save it and you can use it for your reference, future reference. So this makes more powerful, and whatever the filters you do, that will be saved as a view. Whenever you want, you can just view in a fingertips. You can just click. You don't need to go even to the report. You just click on go to, and you can view that. From go to, if you click on you see on the top there are some saved views which I have saved. That is balance sheet I have saved quarterly. So it is showing me the report, quarter report, and whatever we saved now, it is showing these results. So this can be accessed from anywhere. It is not like you have to go to that specific report. You can access from anywhere. So this is in regards with report filters. So we'll just move for next feature, that is flexibility to detect errors and correct there itself during data import, synchronization and migration, even for repair. So till 2.1, what people were doing is like whether we do import or synchronization or repair or migrate. So if there is any exception or if there is any error, so we were used to go to that file where we get the error description tally.imp, and we were solving it, and we were again re-exporting the data and re-importing it, or else we would have resynchronized it. So that was happening till tip 2.1. So now today in 3.0 we have made it very simple, and it will save a lot of time. I can make sure this, because whenever you import a data, the data will get imported successfully and it will show you in the data in the company. But where all you have the exceptions, it will show you separately, where you can go there and you can correct the exceptions, so that the data wherever you have exceptions, that will get added to your books of account. I'll just show you practically how we can do this, so that you can even get it even clear. So I'll try to import some file which I have that has some errors into it. So there is an master file with me, so I'm trying to import it in the data. So for import, I'll just go to import. So I'm just taking an example for import. The same will even happen for migration, data rewrite or repair, and even for data synchronization. So I have imported. So after importing, it giving me the information like import completed with errors. You can view this error under F1 troubleshooting event log. Press any key to continue. So it means that import has been completed along with the errors, and you can view the errors which are into the company now, and you can solve it. So once you do this, so I'll do one thing. I'll just create a new company so that we can understand it more clear. So what happens is whatever the data you import, so it get directly imported to your company, but wherever there are exceptions, those transactions or those masters will not get added to your books until you resolve it. So how to fix that and how we can do that, I'll just show you. I'll just create a new company because in this company I have some data. So I think there is an problem. So I'll just create a company. So now I'll try to import that file, the same file which I have in this company. So let's see what happens. And also you can get this report even from the specific fields, that is import, or wherever you are doing like import, exchange, or if you are synchronizing, you will be getting in exchange. And if you want to get all exceptions at one, you have the option to get it under data. So I'll try to import it. So you can see I got this error, that is import completed with exceptions. I'll just click on this. I have entered. Now you can see there is an indication here, that is data exceptions exist. So that means there is some exceptions in my company which I need to solve it. Even it is giving me the indication here, that is we have an exception. So to find where is the exception, what we have to do is we have to go to the specific report, that is under import I have exceptions. I can go here. Or if you don't remember like whether you have imported the data or do you have done some other activity, you can just go to this data and you can click on all exceptions. So in all exceptions you will be getting all the exceptions related to import, or it may be migration, or it may be a synchronization. You will be getting all the exceptions from here. So I'll just click enter here. So you can see what is the exception related to now here. So it is master related exception, and it is giving me the error as name or alias of the master is the same as another master. I'll just click on this. There is an master error, that is currency. So I can see there is an currency created, and the currency name has some exception. So I'll just go inside. I'll remove this brackets, whatever I have. I'll just make it as dollar, and I'll give some name as dollar. I'll accept it. Now I have solved this exception, and even the exception has been disappeared from here, and we can see there is no exception now, and all the exceptions are showing as 0 and count is 0. And now we can see in gateway of tally 2 there is no such indication like data exception exists. The data which I have imported is successfully imported. Now I can see the currency which I added, so now it is appearing here. So I have added dollar, so it is showing me here in the list. So until unless you solve that, it will not get added to your data. So that is the thing. In this you can save lot of time by not re-exporting and importing. So wherever you have done error, you will be getting in the report, in the exception report. You can if there are multiple errors, you can select multiple masters, or you can select multiple transactions, and you can fix that at a time, at a single time. You no need to do one by one. If there are similar errors, you can select all the exceptions and you can correct it at once. So this is related to data exceptions, and the same behavior or the same functionality will work for synchronization as well. If you are synchronizing the data, if there is an error, the data will get synchronized, but it will not get added to your books. So to get it added, you have to solve the exceptions. So once you solve the exception, the data automatically gets added to your books. So this is regarding data exceptions. So that's it regarding this data exceptions. And if anyone have any questions related to any of the topic which we covered, you can please post your questions in the chat box so that we can take it up. Check with the questions if they have any questions.
So I hope everyone aware there is a chat box on the right hand side. You can type your questions if you have any. We can go one by one.
So if there are any questions, you can please post your questions in the chat box so that we can take your questions. And for the users who are using ERP9 or TallyPrime 2.1, if your TSS is active, you can freely upgrade to 3.0. So I think these features, what we have enhanced in 3.0, it helps a lot, and many of them were having concerns about the voucher numbers which we discussed. So hope this helps for everyone. So if you have any questions related to any of the topic, you can please post the question to here, and we'll get it addressed. Or if you have any feedbacks or suggestions, even that is fine, that is welcome, and you can give any feedbacks if you have regarding the product or the features what we discussed now. The recording will be shared once after this session. We'll be sharing the recording to the partner, and they will be sharing you the recording. So if there are any questions, please post it in the chat box so that we can take it up.
Question.
Yeah, Mr. Lamin, I think you are asking about the update, software updation. So surely our partner will get connected with you. How we can update if you are using ERP9, how to update that, or if you are using TallyPrime, how we can update to 3.0. Sure, Mr. Rupesh will be connecting with you, and he will help you on this. Yeah, welcome. So any more questions? Yes, Mr. Srinath has a question like after updating to TallyPrime from TallyPrime 2.1 to TallyPrime 3.0, one folder coming in data folder, is it any problem to delete that folder? Mr. Srinath, it's a very good question. Actually, whenever we migrate the data to a higher version, what was happening? The existing data was getting migrated and the data was getting overridden. So now here what happens is whenever you migrate a data, so data actually what happens after migration, a new folder will get generated. So till now, the database and the data structure we were having till 2.1 was different, and for 3.0 we have a different database. So a new folder which generated, the folder name, the number will be of 6 digit, and it has a separate database, and the file sizes, the file names, everything will be different compared to 2.1. So this is due to some structural changes and functional changes in the product. So no need to worry about that. And the folder which you are asking, that is creating additionally, so that is a backup which is creating automatically while migrating. No problem with that, Mr. Srinath. What you can do is you can keep that folder as a backup somewhere, and it doesn't create any problem to you in the data folder or somewhere. So there is a question from Mr. Pradeep, like if I want to post entry in backdated, it will take the new vouchers number or it will carry the last voucher. So it will depend on your voucher numbering. If you are using the automatic voucher number, as I said, wherever you insert or wherever you delete, whether in backdated or postdated, the voucher number series will not be shuffled. It will be taking the last voucher number which you have raised. To the last voucher number, whatever you have used, the next number will be taken if you are entering even the entry in backdate. So no problem with that. It will take the next voucher number what you have entered. The same will even happen if you even delete the backdated vouchers. You delete any backdated vouchers, till 2.1 what was happening, all the vouchers were moving back to one numbers, like it was getting shuffled. So now it will not happen. Yeah, fine. Any more questions? No problem. If you have any questions related to this, you can post it, you can get it clarified, so that before upgrading you will be having a confidence like yes, we have some features, good new features, so that it will be useful to upgrade. And if there is any problem related to upgrading, or if you have any clarity, if you need any clarity, you please you can reach our TallyCare, or you can reach our partner, Mr. Rupesh. So he's ready to help you. And even we have planned these type of sessions every month. So every month we'll be conducting these sessions, webinar sessions. So your output, your inputs are very important to us. If you have any product suggestions, or if you want any training, or if you want a session on any particular topic, you can just check with your partner, and he will once he collect the response or whatever, so when it comes to us, we'll surely plan for a session. And after this webinar session, even if you have any doubts or if you need any clarity, you can reach Mr. Rupesh. And if there are no questions, we can wind it up.
Yeah, I hope this session is useful to everyone. So, as Salman mentioned, we'll share the recording, and I hope everyone excited to use the new features. So please reach out to Mr. Rupesh for any upgrade. Who is using ERP, please reach out to Mr. Rupesh for any upgrade. Yeah. So also we will continue to do this webinar every month. So please do share your feedback and suggestions. If you have any topics, please do share us. We'll plan the sessions accordingly. That is all from our side. Mr. Rupesh, anything to add? Mr. Rupesh?
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. That's all. Okay, now we will conclude. Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Prasad and Mr. Salman for the wonderful presentation. And also, I thank all the participants for joining our webinar session, and hope the session was very much useful for all of you. Okay, if you still have any doubts, you can contact me. And those users who is using any TDLs, so before you migrate to release 3.0, you have to contact us. We have to check whether it is modules are compatible with the new releases. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a
Okay.
great day.
Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Mr. Rupesh. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you, Salman and Prasad.
Thanks, Sunita. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Bye.